focus. Power overwhelming.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be and Emotive here on Pantheon, and one heck of a PvZ sent to me by RJB. Bottom left it is Emotive, he's our yellow toss, and the bottom right a blue zerg, it is 2 letters, I don't know if he knew what meant in English when he picked his name. Sometimes Korean players just go to a dictionary of English words, flip up a page, and then point to a word, and it's like, that's my name. For StarCraft, I don't know why, but I guess it is a game from America. But if they had Korean names, I guess, maybe the broad appeal of it, right? Broad appeal of you as a player would be diminished. I wonder if anybody's ever asked that question. I feel like they have, right? Brood War is a 26-year-old game at this point. The pro scene has been around for almost as long. So, if you know, let me know in the comments. I read every comment anybody ever makes. Happy Saturday, everybody. It's going to be an excellent PvZ. I think PvZ is my favorite matchup. I know I say that a lot, but it is still my favorite, and I reserve the right to change my opinion on that. So, gateway opening here, blind. Is it going to be a hatch first, I feel like it is. Yes, indeed, at 11 supply. Ka-chow. Hatch first here on Pantheon. If you're unfamiliar with this map, it is fairly new. It is ginormous. Look at how big it is. Look at how big it is, you guys. Very, very big. Wide open spaces all over the place. We've got weird high ground spots leading into expansions. We have expansions all over the place. This is a high ground with minerals only. This is a low ground with minerals and gas. 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock expansions. We've got everything mirrored on the top as well. So, hatch first versus gateway opening, and never mind, not faking a cannon rush. There is a forge warping in here. Wow. Okay, trying to kill the probe, trying to block the cannon here. And, oh, there's a second probe, though. Oh, my goodness. Throwing down a pylon. And then maybe a cannon? No? I think it is. I think it is a fake cannon rush here from Motive. Just, just a way to put the fear of Protoss in the Zerg's heart. What? Dude, come on. What are we doing here now? Really? What are we doing here? That probe is dead. Oh my gosh, not dead yet. Not dead yet, but a zealot is here, and what are you gonna worry about more? A zealot or a probe? You can still throw down a cannon right there, man. Right there. The drones are too worried about it, but hey, lings are already on the scene. 6 lings to be exact. And yeah, I think that's a lot of resources to sink into a fake cannon rush, man. But hey, I'm not the pro gamer here. Motive is. So gate into forge, into fake cannon rush, where you start like 4 pylons, cancel 3 of them, leave 1 there, and then send across 2 zealots. Okay. Oh my gosh, are we gonna cancel this nexus? Are we going to? Oh my goodness gracious. Yes. Yeah. Are we gonna cancel it? Are we going to cancel it? No. With a little bit of better Ling micro, I think we could have. Wow, that was a close call here from Motive. But turnabout is fair play, I say. 3rd hatch on the right side at the 3 o'clock position. Wow, what a super exciting early game here in this macro game. Or maybe it's a sneaky twofer. You don't know. You don't know if it's a sneaky twofer or not. There? No. Alright, so 3 zealots come across the map. No sunkens at all. These are enough lings to handle it. Oh, just kidding, 4. El cuatro zelotos. That is not how you say zealot in Spanish. I am pretty guaranteeing myself that's not how you say it. So sure, whatever. It's lings versus zealots. The numbers, I don't think there are enough lings to actually do this, which is why drones are being pulled into the fight here. But now 3 Zealots remain. They're all fairly injured. These Lings are also veterans of the battle thus far. And it was enough. Okay, so see you later, Alligator. All the Zealots are dead. More Zealot production is happening here. As far as where we are right now, I want to say the Zerg player is up. He's got a 3rd base rolling. This Nexus is fairly injured. Not as injured as I thought it was going to be. About 50% of its health is gone. Not even 50% of its health is gone here. Not even close. So, But I guess he was getting it towards the end of the cycle with that damage, so makes sense. Citadel coming in from the Protoss, no real surprise there, although it's not a Stargate. That is a bit of a surprise. Wow. Unorthodox PvZ on a Saturday. Thank you, RJB, for saving us, man. If I had to watch one more +1 Corsair ball of like 8 Corsairs fly around and try to kill Overlords and try to avoid Scourge and shoot down Scourge, it's just like, all right, look. I like a lot of PvZ. I don't so much enjoy the mass Corsair openings that Bisu popularized like 15, 20 years ago and is still around in the game. I appreciate Protoss to do other stuff. Now, the problem is this leaves him open to things like the Mutalisk. The Mutalisk opening is now fairly possible here, right? Ooh, Templar Archive to me. But you can't go DTs without the Corsairs. Like, here I am hating on Corsairs, and I'm like, you should probably make Corsairs, man. Fair point. Lair coming up. Macro Hatch looking good at the 3rd, but this Lair is late. Dude, does he have a... The man does not even have a Hydra Den. What is he going to do if Corsairs start showing up? How is he reading this? How does he know this isn't a Stargate opening and that he doesn't need a Hydra Den? How? Because he should think it's Corsairs. He should think it's Corsairs. It is DTs, by the way. Sure. Why not? And it is a robotics facility. I guess you could still drop DTs in the main if the Overlords are in the natural and they don't have Overlord speed yet. DT can get a lot of work done here in this mineral line before the Zerg can stop it. But I feel like I'm pretty good at casting these games, recognizing how players recognize what the other player is doing, right? It's a second-hand recognition. Recognance? I don't know what the English is here, apparently, but dude, like, he has absolutely no anti-air at all. If this had not been a Citadel, if this had instead been a Stargate, Corsairs would have showed up, like, minutes ago, started burning down his Overlords. He would have probably, right, tossed down Hydra Den when that first Corsair showed up. They don't take that long to build, I guess. But maybe that's it. Maybe he's just like, Hydra Dens don't take that long, Falcon. Don't freak out about it. This is pretty good Zealot micro from Motive. Liking it quite a bit there. And a cannon in the mineral line in case, I don't know, some mutas do end up showing up. I mean, that's what that's for, right? Okay, so shuttle in production. DTs exist. And they're here. They're here for defensive purposes, if necessary. If for some reason some Lings do run by and start getting some damage done, DT is going to be really helpful with that whole situation. But yeah, I mean, both players kind of skipping, I was going to say skipping the whole air side of it, but there's definitely a Spire finishing up here from him, which we did see. The production tab helped us out with that. So he could go into mutas, and that would be pretty damaging. That would be a terrible time. DT moves out across the map. There are Sunkens. There are 2 Sunkens and 2 Overlords at that base. You're not getting in there. The 3rd base has 2 Sunkens and an Overlord, so you're not getting in there either. This man is prepared. And it is 6 mutas. Oh, DT does wipe out 3 of the Lings kind of up here. Nice. But mutas are coming in, and now we'll see a Protoss try to deal with a Zerg who has Mutalisks when they do not have any Corsairs, and in fact does not have a Stargate. This is the reality. This is the difficulty, right? Oh gosh. Yeah, so Stargate gets scouted. There is an Overlord here. Okay, how many kills are you gonna get? 1, 2. 2 is good. I don't know that running is going to accomplish. I guess the Overlords are slow, though. Dark Archon coming in here, too, trying to catch these mutas that he knows are out because they're whacking his Dark Templar that does end up getting 4 kills. Okay, Dark Archon here. Storm isn't done yet? I thought Storm got started a minute ago. Okay, Storm isn't done yet. This is going to be a dicey hole. There are no Dragoons. There are only cannons. In fairness, it's not a 10 mutaflock. It's only 6. Okay, Dragoons are coming in, and a muta gets killed for that cannon. That's probably a fair trade. Protoss player's alright with that. Just doing okay with it. Wow, that's a lot of idle drones. He is really droning hard, though. It is, I mean, probes are coming in here, too. It's 52 probes to 50 total drones in the game. Oh, he can't even research Maelstrom because he needs Psystorm first. This is tough. There's a Queen's Nest coming in. There's more mutas on the way. I just don't know what Motive is going to do here, man. And look, I hate the Corsair opening. I'm bored of it. But it prevents this kind of thing pretty effectively, right? It makes a Zerg player feel much less confident in making Mutalisks. Fewer Zerg players will even try it. And if they do, there's a good chance they just lose all their mutas for nothing and it's a total waste of resources and the Zerg player dies. But if there are no Corsairs, it's smart. Maelstrom gets started immediately after Storm finishes. He wants that Maelstrom bad. And RJB knows what the people like. He knows that we like the Maelstrom, doesn't he? Doesn't he? So here come the mutas, and into the natural base they go. 3 volleying down a cannon. 3 volleying down another cannon. La 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 la. Now these probes are gonna die. And storming your own probes kind of sucks too. Oh, that's why you park the mutas over the mineral line and then probe. Okay, probe. Super probe death. 43 to 48 workers in favor of the Zerg player right now. He's got a hive coming in. He's got a 4th base here too. Defending with a handful of Zerglings is what it is. And Motive's like, why don't I have Maelstrom yet? What is wrong with me? Okay, well, Dragoons are out. That's good anti-mutalisk stuff anyway. They're pretty fine at it. I remember when StarCraft 2 had the mutalisk. It was kind of introduced, and people are like, oh, these mutas can kind of stand and fight. They're a little bit tankier than their Brood War counterparts, and I'm not sure if that's true anymore, but maybe in the alpha and the beta versions of StarCraft 2 they were. Like, they wanted them kind of to be able to stand and fight a little better than they do here. Maelstrom catches them. Where's the Storm follow-up? Where's the Storm follow-up, Mason? And they drift apart. Woo! Just natural drift saves 4 of the mutas. They would have all died otherwise, but man, when units are stacked on top of each other and holding still, they will naturally drift, even if they are Maelstromed and supposedly held in place. Holy Greater Spire, Batman. He's gonna turn these into Guardians, isn't he? He's gonna turn these 4 mutas into Guardians. We see this in TVZ. This isn't... Well, no, I was gonna say, we do see it in PvZ as well, just the same way, right? Your mutas that you made early in the game, they're injured, they're not as useful anymore. There's only a couple of them. You turn them into Guardians, you park them up here, you split them out against Storm or against a Radiate or whatever, and you try to plink away at some of these workers at this second base, right? We see it a lot. So that's what this is. That is 100% what he's not going to lose these mutas. He can't lose these mutas. He's not investing anything more into this weird Guardian play. I can promise you that. Unless it works, in which case he might make like 5 more mutas, throw them over here, and more Guardians will start showing up. Yeah, Zerglings trying to harry, trying to delay, trying to harass, trying to keep ye old Protoss from getting up there, because this base is not all that defended. He's getting static defense now. Right? That's nice. These Lings are having a great time, by the way. They are running around. They are trying to get a beat on these Dragoons and kill them all. It's hard to do. Okay, that one got pinned down pretty easy, actually. Jinxed that one. But you'll notice they're not getting surrounds on these Dragoons very well. Just because they are being stutter-stepped and they are very smart. There we go. Guardians 4. Guardian Cocoons doing what they do. Pneumatized Carapace is coming in. And here is the Guardian harass at the natural. Probe's got to get pulled out of here. Plinkety plink plink. Are we going to wander into cannon range? No! These Guardians are controlled by a professional Zerg player. They want to wander into cannon range, but they won't. He's trying to dodge storms. Oh, there were 2 Guardians stacked there. That's actually not ideal. I thought that was 1 Guardian. They were so... Look how closely stacked they are on top of each other. It looks like 1 Guardian on first glance. But it's 2 Guardians just enjoying each other's airspace very well. So a lot of lost mining time here. Pretty annoying stuff for Motive, but not the end of the world. 4th base warping in left side, 5th base top right. We're expanding up the sides of the map, left side, right side. Splitting the map in half, as always, will benefit the Protoss in situations like this, right? Got Adrenal getting fired up. Adrenal would have been nice in some of these engagements earlier, but whatever. Defiler Mound is coming in. Canary Amulet also not a super high priority upgrade for the Protoss. You already get 2 storms on the basic mana pool, or energy pool, I guess they call it for these High Templar. Getting 3 is nice, but, you know, at this stage of the game, it's not exactly necessary. Zealot walks through fire to confirm there's a hatch here, and now he's going to hack on it. Love it. Guy's got +2 attack, +1 armor. Pretty fantastic stuff. The Lings are sitting here with Adrenal and 1 attack and 2 armor, as they do. Now the question for the Protoss is going to be, where are the Reavers? Where are the Reavers? Where's the beef? Well, let's find out. We're going to get Reavers today? Huh? We almost have to, man. You're starting to get into super late PvZ right now with ye old consume in that production tab. You can't see it, but you know it's coming, right? You know it's coming. This isn't Hydra Lurker. This isn't a mass Hydra bust attempt. The Zerg player is playing defensively. The Zerg player is teching up. And if you're teching up, guess what? You are getting Defilers, Ventral Sacs too, which is pretty neat. Adrenalings are like, we'll fight you. No, not with Dragoon support, though. And the reason this hive looks like that is because of the pre-order skin for the remaster back in, like, 2016. I don't know how this works for replays. Like, I don't know if... Okay, I got the pre-order, so I have this skin. But do I need the pre-order and Hum needs the pre-order for it to show up in a replay like this? Or is it just that Hum got the pre-order on this account, and that's why his hive looks like this? It has nothing to do with me. I should send this replay to someone who didn't pre-order the remaster and see how it works for them. I think that actually would figure it out for me pretty quick. Little high ground positions everywhere on this map. Very weird setup. Usually we see a PvT here. This is maybe my first PvZ on Pantheon. Very easily could be, honestly. I haven't cast a ton on here, and it feels like every one of these has been a PvT on this map. Or I cast a PvP on this map, too, as part of my live streams that I do 6 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. If you haven't seen the live stream, come check it out. Just here. It's here on YouTube. You don't have to go anywhere new. Say hello, and I'll say hello back. And I'll be casting live games like these. Ooh, this DT getting work done. We'll play some live games, too. Wait, did I say live games? Casting replays. This DT is getting way too much work done. Okay, 10 kills. Sure, he's like, what, no, 11 is too much. I'm too greedy, and he falls back. What the heck, dude? Honestly, there's the Dark Swarm. Dark Archon hasn't done anything yet. We're going to Maelstrom these suckers. Ooh, a feedback on a Defiler right now would be so good. Get him. Get him. Feedback the Defiler before he does things. Plus, you'll kill the Defiler. Oh, he came back around. 14. Gee, Warlockers. 14 kills on this man. 14. Goodness gracious me. Zealot drops? This has to be Psystorm. Like, you're not going to unload Zealots in here. Okay, well, you have Zealots. You're just not going to unload them in there. This is why the Sunkens exist. Yeah, okay. So immediately just get pounded by these Sunkens. Accomplish literally nothing. Yeah, that was a terrible unload. Don't do that. Please don't do that. A +3 attack. I assume that's what just finished up here. Yeah, +3 attack for the goons. The Lings are sitting here at happy +2, +3 with a +3 coming in. Fully upgraded Cracklings, man. We don't get it a lot. Feedback on a Defiler. 6 stuff. 6 stuff. Yeah, these Adrenalings are like, we'll fight you 2 to 3. 3 Dragoons versus 2 Zerglings seems like fine odds to us, they say. Is that a 5th base? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's a 6th, friends. 6th base coming in top left. A 7th base and an 8th base. Nope, 7th base is done for the Zerg. The Guardians are here. They've come all the way up this way. Wow, they're on a move out. They're gonna get scouted by this DT and this shuttle, though. A vice, like a reciprocal scout here, though, as the will scout the shuttle, swinging up. Yes, killing High Templar in the middle of the map. Couple Lings die, no big deal. Not at all. Bit of a storm dropper Rooney here. Hydras cannot kill that shuttle before it gets in here. Pull the drones. I know you're worried about other stuff right now, but okay, also, Motive is worried about other stuff. Motive, no! Ah! Motive ended up losing 2 High Templar and 2 Zealots for nothing. He was too busy microing. He won this battle. Fine. But dude, that hurts immensely. How did Lings get Oh, we're dropping Lings and Defilers, are we? That's exciting. Dude, it's 85 to 56 workers in favor of him. The macro is through the roof right now from him. Wow. These Guardians have been on a world tour. They started down at the natural of the Protoss, went all around the other outside edge of the map, and came up here to die, mind you, and only had 2 kills. Did they pay for themselves? Probably not, actually. What are these cracklings going to do? I feel like they need to do something. These cannons are a problem. But coming, like, sniping some of these High Templar would be cool. Coming up here, maybe going after these pylons one at a time would be pretty cool. Hanging out is not doing anything. Like, literally and by definitionally not doing anything at all. There's a Maelstrom. It's not as, not as amazing when you do it on Mutalisks or Ultralisks or Overlords or big units, but, pretty satisfying against Hydras too. So here's the thing. Mota's maxed out. He's doing great. He has a billion bases of his own. His probe count isn't really increasing because he doesn't need it to. We're getting Argus Talisman, 50 plus on the energy for the Dark Archons. I guess he just wants more feedback potential or more Maelstrom, I guess. And it's Hydra Lurker Defiler. This is the play of the game right now. Yep, this base has come up here for the Zergy Zerg. Dropping more Lings, but there were enough cannons to shut that down. You didn't bring any Defilers with you, or they potentially got sniped early, question mark. Reavers! Reavers. Okay, so the man is making Reavers. Kind of feel like I should just show you guys. Oh, that was a storm drop. 1 kill on that High Templar. Way to go. This one, 4 or 5 kills on that High Templar. Not bad. If he hangs around a little bit longer, he can get another storm off. But nope, both of them die. Good drop. Just in my thumbnails for PvZs, I should show the Reavers just so that you guys know there are Reavers. So the Protoss aren't like, Protoss fans are like, did the Protoss forget to get Reavers again? Good storms, man. Like, Zerg's trying to engage here, but just doesn't seem to have enough. More stuff keeps flooding down from the north, because of course it does. They're eating storms as they do. Wow. Does he bring... Oh, there's a good Maelstrom. Okay, great. Any storm combo? Not really. No. Dark Archon running off on his own. He's going to get chomped up by a Zergling. No question about it. There are obs here, but it's just not a fight that Motive wants to take right now. Pop! Dark Archon explodes abruptly, as always. It's a very brief death animation. Obs get sniped. There are still 2 more obs here. And I think Motive can maybe push over this way. I really do. He's got Archons. He's got Dragoons. There's no Dark Swarm for the... I know there's Lurkers, but dude, why are you so scared of these Lurkers? There is no detection at all. Sorry, there is detection. There is no Dark Swarm at all. Okay, you're just letting Archons get picked off by Hydralisks, huh? Well, all right. No, not without a counter storm after all. Lings jumping in from the top side, dead. From the left side, equally dead. Almost took a Dragoon down with him. Great storms again, and this is a weird place, high ground to hold here from the Protoss, but as long as the storms are coming hot and heavy, I don't think it really matters, and by that, I think we're out of storms. Nope. Storm. You have 3 storms. But he's like, I don't want to storm. Well, I guess I'll storm 4 Hydralisks and a Lurker. That seems okay. And then immediately turn ourselves into Archons, because now we have really 0 energy at all. Double obs snipe. Okay, when your obs are gone, it's time to retreat. Like, stop. What are you doing, Dragoon? What are you inside this Dark Swarm? You should never be inside Dark Swarm if you're a goon. Never. It's like a Marine. Marines have no reason to be inside of a Dark Swarm. It's the stupidest thing ever. But they're parked in here now, and somehow they're fine. 18 kill Archon. Some of those were from before times. Okay, another Obs just got sniped. I'm not sure if that got stormed or not. Dude, the battle for this high ground, it reminds me of, man, in 6th grade, I, was born and raised in Utah, where I live now, and we would play King of the Hill in the winter because these giant snow piles would form in the playground as, like, plow trucks would come through and push them up during the winter. And we'd play King of the Hill, and whoever was on top of the hill was the King of the Hill, and if you got dragged off the hill, you weren't King of the Hill anymore. Like, we didn't keep point totals, or we didn't keep time or anything. You just tried to drag someone off of a giant snow pile, and then you yourself would get dragged off the giant snow pile, and people sure got hurt a lot. But those were the 90s. They were different times, man. Nice little zealot run by here at the 12 o'clock base. A bunch of drones died. It's not 80 workers anymore. This base trying to get killed. We are scrapping right now, but it is a 160 to 140 overall supply in favor of Hydras versus cannons with Dark Swarm. That's right. That's what we're all here for. This base is in a lot of trouble. We're airlifting in defense units. High Templar gets a storm off, dies immediately. That one doesn't get a storm off, gets smacked in the face so much that it has to be picked up again. And I think he's just determining this is a lost cause. Yeah, he just leaves with the shuttle. He's like, nope. These Lings are very aggressive and feel like they can kill every cannon in this base. And they cannot. But they can weaken the base for future Ling attacks to come in. Yeah, Moto's in a lot of trouble, actually. Like, a lot of trouble. I think this Nexus is dead. Oh yeah, easy. Like, not even close. Dude, 2 bases down for the Protoss in about a minute of game time is disastrous. I know I say that word a lot, but I need a better synonym I can work into there. It is bad. It is really discouraging for Protoss to lose 2 bases that quickly. Like, oh, from the low ground to a high ground storm is nice. You're not going to get as many workers. This is another really solid one, but good evac. Pretty good evac. Not the greatest one of all time, but then, yeah, this is this tale as old as time here, right? You swing along. Meanwhile, Storm's defending everything. Scourge wiped out that shuttle. Never mind. I thought that was going to be more damage, but this is not Hum's first rodeo. He knows what's going on here. 150 to 111 supply. Where are the Reavers? We need them desperately. We saw Reavers in the production tab. We know they're around here somewhere. There's one now. Okay, fine. You're defending this base, but... Okay, there's a Reaver at the natural. Here we go. Scarab kills an already dead Hydralisk. All right. Better luck on round 2. But also, fire on stuff. Scourge looking for obs to kill, I guess. But there's cannons, man. I guess, yeah, the cannons aren't providing detection on everything out there. Yeah, definitely not. Those lurkers are invisible. An obs does park up this way. No detection available. Oh, the Reaver gets sniped. Some Hydras trade their lives for it. But this is looking worse and worse all the time for Motive. He's been programmed to continue to try and drop, right? He's not going to stop dropping. Stop, drop, and roll. Whatever. Anyway. Oh my gosh. The reaction time on those drones moving was amazing. That one too. Okay, that was actually not as good. But hey, the rest of it was fine. The rest of it was fine. Unload some DTs into detection areas. Oh, you got detection up here? Do ya? Yes, somehow. What? That Overlord is way down here. Does it have the sight range upgrade? We don't get that a lot in StarCraft. But it's 160 to 120 supply. Zerg player continues to be way up. He's taking bases away from the Protoss. Protoss is not rebuilding his dead bases. He is getting those taken from him. Nice snipe. On a running away lurker, too. That is not a guarantee. The RNG of that situation could indicate that we turn into a miss instead of a connection there. Yeah, this is... Plague-oo! Saw that coming. That was a plague if ever I could anticipate one. There's one Archon here. Everything else Very plaguable, I guess we could say. He's like, is there anything up here to stop us from re-expanding to this base? No, okay. Unless there's some miraculous storm and reaver type stuff, this game is over. Ah, this base is getting killed at the 9 o'clock for motive. Psystorm pretty great on the right side of the map. But these reavers are just not being part of the battles like they need to be. Another Nexus falls. I don't think any hatcheries have died today, and 3 Nexuses have been killed. 3. 150 to 136 supply, 68 drones to 35 probes. This is just a slow murder at this point, is what it is. The Protoss has pretty good defenses. Right? The Protoss has actually pretty great defenses. Going to be hard for the Zerg player to finish him off, but this is... Yo. This is... Every Protoss player is like, I hate Zerg so much. Just watch SSL, man. Watch the last couple ASLs. You'll see. Those lurkers are not being defended by Dark Swarm. But the cannons aren't firing on them. Oh, they got depowered. Thought there was a bug or something. I'm like, I discovered a bug. Nope. Killed that pylon. Oh my gosh. The death of that pylon is actually the end of time. Like the end of all time here. This is just... I do not see it. Maybe if you put Snow directly into Motive's seat right now at 31 minutes, he could maybe pull a win out of this game. But as it stands, there is so much Zerg. A hatch might actually die. Hold on. Alright. He's got a clear path to kill this 12 o'clock. A lot of drones going to die in here too. Needs about another base kill. He needs one more base kill on top of this one. And then maybe he's back in this game. Yeah, 58 workers. A little more reasonable for your enemy Zerg. And finally, a hatch dies at 3150. Okay, keep it going. Maybe kill this base next. Maybe retake this. Is it even worth retaking this? No. I don't think so, unless you want that 800 gas, which maybe you do. Perhaps you do. I'm just trying to see it, guys. I'm doing like mental calculus in my head. How many storms do we need to win this? How many reaver shots do we need to win this? It's just a lot of 3-3 hiders and 3-3 zerglings, and he's not forgetting to snipe down these obs with Scourge either. I mean, yeah, this game is over. Like, I do not know how on earth Protoss is ever supposed to come back from this position. Don't understand it. Ooh, the Reaver glitched through the minerals there a little bit. Sure, a bunch of drones and lings died there. Only 50 workers, but it's only 31 probes. And, okay, well... He checks, is this base back? Can I get an easy kill by going after a base that's already dead? Can I? No? Would have been nice. Man, this is just like where Protoss loses their main and has to kind of rebuild their natural on the other side of the map. That's kind of what's going on here. But Zerg player has so many mining bases. So many mining bases compared to what the Protoss has. And yeah, you want to outmine the Protoss in his EVP, but this is way beyond what you need to win. This is in guaranteed victory territory right now. So, Protoss fans, again, I know this is not what you want to see. If this turns into some kind of a miracle game, sure. Sure. I mean, I'll eat my hat. I will admit that I was wrong at the end of this cast, but... Okay, trying to attack in here. Now, this is the way a Zerg player could maybe open the door for a Protoss win is throwing giant amounts of army into a... Okay, we've got cannons, High Templar, and Reavers on defense here, okay? So it's a lot. It just is. It's a lot to deal with from a Zerg perspective. You probably want to Plague it. You probably want to Dark Swarm right here. But, I mean, this corner of the map belongs to Motive. And look at him being ready for drops, too. Whom says, yeah, I don't think I need to do anything else. I don't think I need to attack in here to win this game. Well, he got a nice wind that was coming in, at least. And dodges the Scourge pretty ably. Okay, and then there's like 3 drones you can possibly kill. Got 2 of the 3. Might as well storm again. Get some Hydras. 1 Hydra goes down. A little bit of bruising on some of the other units. Great storm out there, too. High Templar does have 18 total, 22 total kills. 27 total kills. If every one of your drops can get you 27 total kills, Motive, I think you got this. Okay, his attempts with DTs have been pretty bad, except for that 1 DT attack that did end up getting like 11 or 12 kills up here in this top right base just a few minutes ago. And things were going good for the Protoss then. They really were. The man needs a new observatory, so he's warping one of those. And who's going into Mutalisks? Aha! Oh, snipes the obs. Easy peasy. Loses a couple Hydras in the exchange. That's okay. If the obs are gone, we can go ahead and place a couple more lurkers right about here. They can push on your gateways, further open this. We can be very patient. We can be so patient from a Zerg perspective. You won't even recognize us. We're so patient, says Homie. Oh, there they are. 1 storm, not enough to kill it, and then a drop in the main. He's here to finish off the game. No Dark Swarms, though. I guess he's like, I figure there will be Psystorm anyway, and what's the point of Dark Swarming if there's going to be Psystorm, right? Mutas. Yeah, trying to pick off these High Templar. That's what their job generally is in this matchup. That's a lot of High Templar, actually. Yeah, I mean, Motive can delay, right? Delay, delay, and delay, but he needs to delay this game for like 30 more minutes. Hope the Zerg player just kind of keeps trading poorly with him, like really poorly with him for the next 30 minutes, and then he can rise from the ashes and actually win this game. Try to jump in there and snipe those Reavers. Lost. That's a good trade. That's what I'm talking about. A lurker for nothing. Lings rolling up here. Engage. Big one. Storm everywhere. One of the Reavers, 2 of the Reavers goes down. The 3rd Reaver does not go down, but 2 of the Reavers down is a big-time victory for the Zerg. He's very happy about that. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Motive hasn't tapped out at this point. He knows the Zerg player has the entire map, right? He knows he doesn't have vision anywhere else. He's sending a DT on a magical mystery tour to, like, try to see what's going on. It's like, has the Zerg possibly expanded to my natural base where there are no minerals and no gas? Probably not, if I had to guess. Is he sending 1 Guardian to destroy me? Yeah, that's definitely happening. The Mutas escape. They could turn back into Guardians. You get your full HP back when you morph into another unit, which is pretty nice. Oh, he tries to move out a little bit, but every time he does, home is just an overwhelming amount of Zerg to really cause problems for him. And even if it's a win, hey, Reaver. DT can win this battle with the help of the Reaver. Okay. Ribbit. All right. All right. Drones dying all over the place. This group kind of winning a little bit. Guardian trying to high ground this stuff. As it does, it's a little bit closer in supply than you might hope if you're the Zerg. No. Look, this base dies. I don't think it even matters. Oh, look, all the drones died here. If this base dies again. Oh, he's cracking the window, man. He's cracking the window open like you do when it's a little bit too warm outside, or warm inside the car. Or the bus? Or the Uber? No. All right. Okay, well, Archon dead. Zealot's pretty great in this situation. Really not too bad, actually. Yeah, Motive's got a bigger army right now. I wonder... No. No, I do not believe. I refuse to believe. It's a lot of dead drones. Another Archon goes down, but this kind of Zealot Dragoony thing is pretty sweet. 3/3/3 upgrades on your Protoss when there aren't any cracklings around is actually pretty good. Where are my cracklings? He is. He's making 3 sets of cracklings. I don't know if he can save this base. And this base got killed by a Reaver. No. No, 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 no. Oh, well, this is bad news, Bears. You're not going to save it, but you can... Okay, that's a cancel. And then they pick up an evac out. Zerg doesn't often do that. Usually when Zergs do drops, they stick around until everybody's dead. Unlike Terran and Protoss, who sometimes will pick up an evac. But that was a nice evac. And look at him. He's coming back over here. Just abusing the fact that he can fly. So hold on. It's A base mining versus A base kind of... Oh, okay, everyone's mined out. This is actually turning into way better of a game than I thought it was going to be. About 4 minutes ago. What? No way. Was it just what I said? Was it just that Motive kept defending, Hum made a few terrible trades, allowed the Protoss to get back into this game? What is happening? It's 90 to 40 supply. It was like 200 to 50 supply at some point in this game. Okay, this mining is happening, right? This mining is happening. This is the stuff that I discounted. But he GG's out! Hum taps out and Motive gets the win! What? What? How? How did he do that? I don't I don't even know how that happened. How did he do this? He stopped making... Okay, part of it is that there were a lot of Hydras and Lurkers running around, right? What trades pretty well against Hydra or Lurker are fully upgraded Zealots and Goons. He stopped making Archons, which the Hydras were a direct answer to. He never lost this, thanks to the Reavers and thanks to the Psy Storm. He just kept macroing. He mined out of these bases entirely. The man has no income anymore. I guess he's got a base coming up here, so he's not dead. But he just made the best trades. Like I said, he needed to make the best trades. And he made the best trades. Oh. I cannot believe Motive won this game. It's because he made Reavers. If you just want to simplify it, you can say he made Reavers, therefore he won. I don't think it's that simple, but I'm also not convinced it's not. Yeah, Protoss fans are just jumping around their room wildly, screaming happiness at the top of their lungs. Because he starts moving out, and I think the moment that it broke here was when he moved out, trying to secure this base. Bunch of Zerg came at him, right, from like 3 different angles. There was a Guardian there. There were Hydras and Lings and everything. And I thought he was going to die, but he stayed alive. He stayed alive here, and then he was like, oh, maybe you don't have as much as I thought you did. And then he just kept producing, kept mining, never really lost any probes. This drop was just a nothing burger for our guy Hum. This space got canceled, but it didn't really matter. This space got killed. The Reaver DT stuff down here was incredibly important for Motive. Maybe the most important thing that he did. And then he just kind of moves across and wins the day. Wow. I mean, these aren't zealots with like 100 kills or anything. Okay, that one has 6. That's pretty good. 7's not bad either. 9 kills on that goon. I mean, these are veterans of the Protoss versus Zerg wars. And Emotive gets the win. He didn't make a single Corsair and he won anyway, guys. What a boss. 422,000 points to 443,000 points in favor of the toss. Got outproduced, but outkilled by a similar margin. 1,300 Zerg units died today, and 1,483 were produced. This was a bloodbath of a macro game. 101 buildings were raised by the Zerg. We never get triple digits in here. 101, and 5 were raised by Motive. And then the outspend here was a lot. It's going to be a lot in a 41-minute game, but what is this, 18,000? Yeah, 18,000 resources in 41 minutes is not going to get it done. Wow. Wow. I mean, that was great. That was beyond great, and that's a GG. Protoss win in a late game against a Zerg player using Darkstorm and Plague and Guardians, who never used a single Corsair the entire match. Very, very, very crazy game. All right, so guess what? That's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.